Okay, so this is just one example of what's possible at the sheriff's cell. You can see here, sheriff's deed to my company, and we are going to turn a profit north of $200,000 on this. Okay, so we did purchase this property yesterday at auction for $74,000. It's 1126 Lovers Lane. So on this property, we made a little over $30,000 in about 90 days. And it's not complicated, but it's like anything else. There's a series of steps. There's a recipe to follow. Hey, so right now I'm sitting outside of the luckiest deal that we've ever picked up at a sheriff's cell. Maybe we got lucky. Maybe we put ourselves in a position to get lucky. But for this property, we paid $103,000 for it. Other investors failed to see the value. And we are going to make $120,000 in profit in the next 45 days. And I'm going to show you how we did it. But first, let me show you around this property. Okay, so back here at my home office, we can see the Johnson County Sheriff's Cell website. And if we scroll down to January 16th cell, we can see where we did purchase this property for $103,000, deeded to Clariline LLC, which is the company name that we flip under. And here's the MLS where you could see that we listed the property for $180,000. And this is as is without doing anything to the property. We had multiple offers, and the one we accepted was for $190,000 just here. We had to postpone the sale because we're negotiating with the highway department for the purchase of the land in front of our house so they can widen the road, which is part of what made this deal so lucky and why we decided to sell it as is. But more than happy to share with you guys how we pulled this one off and others just like it. $44,933. Which is not a bad payday from the last flip that we did on Warwick, which I'll show you the videos on. But yeah, so just so you know it's real, you know, this is public information. You can see it's just you know, Don's Auto Trim over here on the west side of Indianapolis. And the way I know Don is he is you know, he's my best friend's uncle who does pretty well in life, and he likes to invest. So you know, it's a win-win relationship for us, and we've been doing business together, gosh, I guess for probably the last 3 years or so. All right, so here is our property on Warwick. It's 1015 Warwick and New Whiteland, which is still Johnson County Sheriff's Cell. But to stay on topic here, this was one of the most recent properties that we flipped, and this one we did put a roof on it. You know, it's about $4,000 to $5,000. I think it was $4,800 is what we spent there. Had to have all new windows put in it. We painted the just some of the trim, but the rest of the house we did not paint. It's got new gutters. HVAC system was actually in good shape when we bought it, so we didn't have to replace that. All these floors are new, and then this paneling was here, but it was not in the basement, and I'll show you. Oh, and I guess this is one of the other things. So there was a row of drawers here, and we debated on whether or not to replace all the cabinets, and we ended up just replacing the hardware. But this was a row of drawers, which I thought was a lot better than to have just the you know, the open bottom. But there's a housing shortage now, and I knew the house would sell no matter, you know, if it had a bunch of drawers or if it didn't. So in the end, we decided to save the money, and we kind of did minimal rehab to the kitchen, new stove, new dishwasher. And then as we make our way, this is the basement, and it was flooded when we bought the property. So from about here down, everything here is brand new, the drywall, and then we put this paneling in to kind of match the upstairs. And then that box that you saw here, it just houses the you know, the sump pump and the backup battery and such. But you can see, I mean, it wasn't a tremendous amount of work. You know, it's new vanities. So bathrooms were both remodeled, and this is just an LVT
floor that, you know, I get from my carpet distributor for, it's about $1 a square foot, so it's cheap and it looks nice. So and the same thing up here. It was a new tub surround. We kept the old tub and replaced the manifold and some of the hardware. So as rehabs go, this one really wasn't terrible to do, and it was, you know, highly profitable. I'll take deals like this all day long. So this is Johnson County, and then another recent one that we've done in Marion County was just here, and this one we picked up for, I want to say it was like 60,000, and a little different style, because, you know, we have 65,000 in the rehab on this one. But the margins are still good because it was close to a $60,000 profit. It just took a lot longer to get to the finish line, and obviously a lot more work. This is a 100-year-old house, and then trying to reclaim the space and decide what to put where was a little bit more challenging here than it was on Warwick, where it was already laid out. But still was a really good deal, and you know, we did it and made a good profit in a strong economy. So just a couple of recent deals here for you guys to look over, and we'll get into some more stuff as we move forward here.